Happy Thursday, family. Let's go, let's go, let's go. I'm starting a few. Your hidden glory in creation, now revealed in you are cross. What a beautiful name it is. What a beautiful name it is. The name of Jesus Christ, my King. What a beautiful name it is. Nothing compares to this. What a beautiful name it is. The name of Jesus. You didn't want heaven without us. So Jesus. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Hope everybody's having a blessed, amazing Thursday. You already know what time it is. It's your boy Crazy Faith, the God in the building, getting ready to drop some quick value for you guys today. So, you know, today's topic is actually one second. Sorry about that, guys. So, today's topic is actually going to be, the power of passing the test, right? The strategy power of passing the test, right? So, we all know, we're going to be tested through life, right? In order to receive what we're asking for, right? We got to always pass the test, right? And every day we will get tested, right? When we don't even know, right? That test will come to us when we don't even know it, right? It'll just happen. Boom. We get tested, right? And this is powerful because once we get tested, that's God checking to see if we really are worthy of the promise, right? And I'm beginning to realize that, you know, we like when things are going good, right? And we're tested, we can pass the test, right? But let me ask you a question. When things are not going good and you get tested, can you pass the test, right? This is really big right now. Like this is so big because I noticed that when things are going good, it's so easy to pass the test because things are going good. But what I feel like God is more looking at when things are not going good, right? Can you pass that test, right? And this is really crucial because He's watching to see, right, when things are going good, can you pass the test? And when things are going bad, can you pass the test, right? Now, that's a hard one right there, right? That's a real hard one because when you get tested and things are not going good and you're you know, you're not things are not working out for you, right? And you're going through whatever situation you're going through, and then boom, you get tested. That says a lot right there because God is like watching you to see what are you gonna do when you're being tested and things are not working in your favor, right? I've been hit with this test, right? And shout out to God for getting me through and passing the test, right? Shout out to God for getting me through and passing the test. So God is always looking at like, okay, when things are going good, okay, I see you passing the test. That's good. But when things are not going good and you're having a horrible day and you have your word to go by, right? What do you do when you're having a horrible day and you have your word that you gave God and you're being tested and what you're being tested is going against what you told God, right? Can you pass that test, right? And I just decided to do this video today because it's so easy to pass the test when things are going good and you're in alignment, right? But when things start to get shaky and rocky and you're not having a good day, a lot of people compromise. They go back to their old ways, and they don't keep their word that they gave God. And that's another reason why a lot of people don't make it to their promised land. That's why a lot of people don't make it to where they need to be, because when things are not going good and they're having a horrible day, they didn't see the test coming, and they got hit blindsided, right? God is actually watching more to see what you do when you're in times when life is not working for you, and you're being tested, when you're being tested blindsided, right? And he's watching to see what you do, what's your character, and he's also exposing who you truly are, right? So you have a choice to stand with your word, or you have a choice to digress, right? And this is really big, because he wants me to tell you guys that you gotta stay committed even when you don't feel like it, even when things are not going your way, because that might be a reason why you haven't made it to your promised land. That may be a reason why you haven't gotten to the other side, right? And that goes for me too, right? That goes for me too. And it's just all of the awareness of you sticking to your word, right? Because your word is that solid foundation that's going to actually get you to where you need to go. Without that word and that commitment you told God can't even trust you. He's like, get away from me. Nah, I'm good. I had enough. Like he won't, like, like, get away from me, but he'll be distant. You'll feel that disconnection, right? And I feel like that's the worst place to be, when you give God your word and then you go, like, that's so, like, regretful, like that regretful feeling. Like, I rather fight the good fight of faith than to have to deal with that, right? And I want to get you guys on that same level too. Being able to fight that good fight of faith, no matter what happens, when you don't even feel like it, when it feels hard, right? When it feels hard, when your flesh is screaming out, right, for attention, and all this craziness of the flesh, right? When it starts to scream, right? We gotta kill it, right? We gotta remember, no, the spirit is in control. The flesh is not in control, right? We gotta be mindful of that and let the spirit guide us, because if we don't, then we make the wrong choice. God can't trust us, and it delays our mission to the promised land and where we're trying to go in life, right? And I just want to bring that to your awareness. Like, if you are doing good, passing a test, but then you get hit blindsided with a test, keep fighting. Stand firm in your word, repeat the scriptures, and also pray, right? Pray, because that's just God testing you, the universe testing you, to see if what you said, what you really wanted, right? And I feel like some of us need to dedicate a season where we show God who we truly are, right? I want to challenge you guys for this month of July to show God who you truly are. Show God who you truly are. Because if you don't know who you truly are, then you're not going to be able to enter the promised land and everything that he has for you. You got to be able to be trustworthy, right? That's number one. That's number one. You got to be able to be trustworthy, right? If someone can't trust you, you think they will give you the keys to the kingdom? Nah, right? But what about that person that's trustworthy? Oh yeah, that person could get the keys. I trust that person. So yeah, here's the keys to the kingdom. Boom. Right? It's starting to make sense. It's starting to make sense. So it's not about what you see in this world. It's about God and proving to him who you truly are. You could fake it and say, yeah, I'm this, I'm that. But then when you get tested, your actions speak something different. Right? And that's why he does the testing. To show you who you really are and to see if you can pass the test and see if you're worthy. right? It ain't about nothing else. That's the real truth, right? So we got to be mindful of this, and we got to lock in, right? I'm gonna leave you guys with this. If you don't start to pass the test and really commit to your life to showing God who you truly are, it's going to be hard for you to enter your promised land and to get everything that God has for you. Because I don't know about you, but for me, if I can't trust someone, I'm not giving them the keys to the kingdom, right? Say if you was God, so to speak, right? And someone, you can't trust someone. You think you're going to give that person the keys to the kingdom? Nah, bro. But I will give it to the one that's trustworthy. Oh, I could trust. He passed the test. I like that. Here you go. Good and well, faithful servant. I see you. Let's go. Right? Here you go. Boom. So we got to be mindful of this, because if we don't pass the test, then we remain stagnant, and he has to hold back what he has for us. And we don't want that. We don't want to be delaying the process no more. So I encourage you guys to dedicate your life to show God who you truly are. And it would always spread more light and reveal who you really are. And that's how you know. So I want to pray over you guys really quick. God, I ask that you could show them who they really are and help them to change in any area of their life, to come up higher, to strengthen their weaknesses, to become stronger, and to overcome any battles, temptations, any worries, anything that is hindering them from the kingdom, anything that's hindering them from the promised land, God. I ask and I ask that you could break that, right? I ask and command that if you could break that for them, so that way they could enter their promised land, right? So that way they can see who they truly are. And if they don't like who they are, they can fix who they are, right? You could also let them know that it's not too late, God. It's not too late. And to be able to, give them the wisdom on what to do moving forward to get through that situation, right? God, I know that you're watching us on a day-to-day basis, and I'd rather please God than to please people, right? Because I know when I please God, blessings are coming. I'm more connected with the one who created this whole world. And there's no better place being committed and connected with God and being faithful to him. And on the other side of that is just misery and regret. So God, with that being said, let's have a blessed and amazing night. Hope everybody have a blessed and amazing Thursday. Let's go. It's your boy Crazy Faith and God on the way out. Let's become 1% better each and every single day, no matter what. Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go.